Good evening and welcome to Elliott Astro-Imaging. I am your host for tonight and welcome to the 35th installment of Elliott Astro-Imaging. I went outside before we started doing the stream and looking at tonight, the skies are extremely hazy and there is light cloud coverage over the area. It is not going to be a pristine night for long exposure photography, for astrophotography. So tonight is mostly just going to be a test to see how clean the Orion camera is and if I got it as clean as it could possibly be. I took it completely apart. And this is just going to be a test to see if that smudge from the last episode is gone. So I'm just going to run a real quick test here. I haven't even started guiding yet. I've just got it on right now on Vega, as it's just a bright star and it's a good starting point to see where it is. And I just want to see where it is here. I may have to move the mount because I think it's supposed to be over here. Oh no, it's right where it needs to be. That's good. Is that smudge gone? I really can't tell. Yeah, it looks to be it's gone. So I think I got it. I do not see any smudge on here at all. Let me take a bigger exposure here to see if it's gone. Previous exposures in the last episode, it was right here. And it was a gigantic black smudge. I don't know if I could pull it up here from the last one. Ring Orion, here we go. I'll pull it up while this is taking its exposure. And if I were to take this and take the histogram and bring it down, and then bring this one over right here. And then there was a dust mote right there. So yeah, you had to take the exposure and crank it all the way to see it. Stacking it and everything, it just didn't turn out well because of that. Yeah, if you take down the histogram and bring it down all the way, you really can't see it that much. But if you're doing long exposure photography, it's going to show up and it's not going to be all that well. Looking at this, it looks like there's a dust mote here, and there's a dust mote there. That is on the optics, that is not on the camera. These little spots here is because the star is extremely bright. So I'm going to move the mount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll move the mount a little bit to the east, so this way we can get darker stars, so I can see if this isn't an artifact in there. I'm guessing it's just a reflection from Vega, which is the bright star. Increase the exposure on this and see how bad the haze is. Yeah, you can see that it's really hazy up here. You can see that there's just... I'll get rid of the... Hang on one second here. I'll get rid of the bullseye here. And there was either an airplane or a satellite that just went through too. I'll get rid of that. There's that. That's an airplane. So you can see that it's really hazy out, and trying to get detail and everything it's just not going to really work out very, very well. We'll just move this all the way over to the left. So then this way, Vega will be completely out of the view, so I can really see where we are. We'll close this one out. Where does it stand? Because I moved it east. Yeah, it's off the screen now, so that's good. Okay. So now we should be able to get some stars out of this to take a look and see. And if it's just 1 to 2 dust motes, I'm fine with that. If it was that gigantic smudge in the middle, I'm not fine with that, as that can cause havoc, and that would not be good at all. Yeah, that's... I think those are stars. I think it's just out of focus. Okay. That I can handle. I can just focus this up here while we're doing this, because I think when I took it apart and took everything, I just unfocused it. So let me loop it, and then I'm going to go out there and see if I can focus the telescope here. We got the focus back. The problem I had was the things that were to hold the telescope into place was pushing up against the focuser. And what was happening was when I was turning it, no matter how many times I'd turn it, it wasn't doing anything because the inside one was pressed. So when I unlocked it and turned it, then I got it into focus. So I finally got the Orion in focus. There are 2 or 3 little dust motes, 1, 2, 3, and then a big one at the very bottom. Other than that, there's really nothing on this one. This is the filter right here. So, I mean, I cleaned it, so maybe it might work, but I took it off anyways just to see. But this one right here was 140-second exposure just to see. It was a little bit more than 2 minutes. I moved the mount by accident when I was trying to get things in focus, so we are not 100% polar aligned. I'm not guiding, as you can see, so I'm not even close to guiding, but yet, that's really not bad for unguided. This is going to be a 3-minute exposure on this one, just to see what it looks like. If you look at the bottom right, you can actually see the setup, and you can actually see Vega in that lower right-hand corner, and it's going to be rising as the video goes along. I don't know if this is going to be attached to the other video that I had earlier in the night when I was struggling to try to figure out the focus on this one. What I did was I took the glass out. There was a glass that sits on the outside of the camera, and I took that out because it was just a little dirty, and I don't know if that was it or not. Not really sure. See, that's actually not too bad for a 3-minute exposure unguided. That's not too horrible. So, not bad. I mean, I know that when I kicked the mount, when I was trying to do it, I know for a fact that guiding is not going to go so well. I know that it's not even going to move. It's going to just pretty much stay in that middle, and it's not going to do what it's supposed to do because I moved it. But I wanted to at least test a few things here. I tried to focus the guider a little bit so the stars are a tiny bit tighter. So that is good. We now have the Orion focused and ready to go. This is as focused as I can get it, which is actually not too horrible. I will be getting an electric focuser for this setup. So I will have electric focusers for both setups. So this way I don't have to run back and forth. Because the Orion and the Sigma lens, the Sigma macro lens, is so sensitive. I mean, just the slightest. I mean, you move this a micromillimeter, just slightly, and the focus is going to be completely off. So if I can get an electric focuser that would just do it of slow or fast, I do have it here, and I don't know if it's going to show up in here. This is what it looks like here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but this is the Orion electric focuser, and it's called AccuFocus, and it has fast or slow, and then it just moves it in and out. And I have a rubber band, not an actual rubber band, but it's like more like a tooth gear rubber thing that I just attached to the fine focus, and it goes pretty well. I haven't had any problems with it. And then I super glued like a thing at the end of it so that way it doesn't fall off, so that way it stays on. Yeah, guiding is not going to go well at all tonight. It's not going to do what I want it to do. So I'm just going to end the guiding. I'm not even going to worry about it for tonight. And I think we definitely accomplished what I wanted to do, is getting this in focus and then actually getting this set. I could try to put the filter on this and see what it looks like with the filter. and just go from there. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad. That's Vega right there. I tried centering it a little bit better, but it's not terrible. It's not completely off. As long as it's in that second circle, I'm perfectly fine with it. I may move it up just a little bit more, but this is top right corner, and this is at the bottom, lower bottom. So it's not bad. I mean, it could be better. But of course, I also lost power because I was trying to charge my phone outside, and when I was doing that, so there was a lot of things that did not go so well tonight. It was not too well because I was trying to charge my phone because my phone died, so I tried to use the power outlet outside, and when I did that, I accidentally turned the power off on the mount, so that alignment process is lost, and when I kicked the mount, the polar alignment was off. So there was a lot of things that were wrong. I'm not going to worry about it. Everything seems to be going well right now. Yeah, I mean, I could take an exposure here to see. I tried to get the Comet. I tried to put that up there, but the Go-To is completely shot, so I gave up. So for the schedule for tomorrow, I tried to do it tonight, didn't work because, one, there was haze. Now it's not hazy anymore, but now the Medusa Nebula, which is a Bell 21, is too low because now it's midnight. So, yeah, and now it's too low and I can't get it. So I might be out here for about another half an hour just to test out a few more things and get completely ready for tomorrow's episode. So this was an abbreviated one, not a super long one. Just at least wanted to get out here and at least figure out what I needed to do. I'm super glad I don't have to order another macro lens. I'm super happy that it wasn't the actual sensor. So, very, very happy. And we will just go from there. So, thank you for bearing with me. And for all the new viewers out there, as I'm trying to get my name out there for a lot of other people that are watching, thank you for the support. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Thank you for, setting out the comments. And, if anybody needs any help with anything, by all means, they most certainly can ask me, whether it be through Facebook, through the Facebook groups, or they can direct message me on Facebook. They can message me on Twitter, Google, pretty much anywhere, even on my website. I have a shout box on my website, and that's elliot-astronomy.com. And when I edit this, I will put that up at the top so everybody can see it. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So I want to thank everybody for watching and have a wonderful night. Bye.